out, sit and talk to the log calmly, because communication is the key. But what is communication? People may answer, it involves at least two people. True, it is a method to deliver messages or ideas. Also true, it can be delivered in both verbal and non-verbal means. Well, also true. Most people think that they're good or even proficient in communication, but what people lack in a communication is that do they know whether the receiver, that is, the person or people you are talking to, really understand what you mean? To illustrate by example, have you ever had an experience finding your teacher or lecturer boring? To be honest, I do, and in a lot of time. But why is it so? Is it because of my study ability? Possible. Is it because I have attention deficiency? Maybe. But one of the most common reasons among students is that they don't find the lesson enjoyable. Otherwise, they have no idea what the teacher has taught. To be frank, I am not a student with good academic achievement, but I find some lessons more interesting than the others. Why? It is because the teacher has effectively delivered the idea, and I have actually received what the teacher wanted me to know. Or else, it's the teacher's way of teaching or interaction is interesting. So, how do people effectively communicate? Well, I'd say it could be difficult and easy at the same time. It is difficult in a way that you have to catch people's mind. You have to know what they like or dislike. You have to be in sync with your audience. But it could also be easy because you can use the simplest means to communicate as long as the receiver understands what you mean. You can use body language to express your ideas. You can even use whatever channel you prefer. So back to how can people improve their communication skills? As a first start, let's loosen up. For some people, communication might be stressful. And when they become stressed, they will stutter when they speak. Therefore, no matter when you are communicating to a large audience during a presentation or simply a one-to-one daily conversation, just relax. Jim Rohn has said, effective communication is 20% what you know and 80% of how you feel about what you know. You don't have to worry about wrong grammar or using the wrong words. As long as you clearly deliver what you want to say in your mind, you're already a step ahead in an effective communication. Once you form the confidence, the next step is to be an active listener. When people thought communication is more about talking and delivering your speech, they miss the point that communication is not just about a person, but at least two instead. After you deliver your speech, it is time for you to listen to what your interactor has said to you. In short, try to be less self-centered, not to brag about how great your ideas are, not to reinstate what you have said, not to deny or reject the other person's speech, but actively listen. Then you could give an appropriate response to the other person. Peter Drucker once said, the most important thing in communication is hearing what isn't said. If you would like to improve your communication skills, try developing your active listening skills instead of speaking. When you develop active listening skills, try observing more. Interestingly, communication may seem purely about speaking and hearing. Don't forget, humans have emotions and facial expressions. Though it may be difficult to see one another's faces with our masks on, try observing their eyes and eyebrows. One size can tell a lot. They can tell how they feel. From a pair of watery eyes, you may infer the person is feeling sad. From a pair of eyebrows with different direction, you may infer that person is confused. From a pair of rising eyebrows, you may infer that person is happy or excited. I wouldn't say I'm a good communicator as I'm still learning how to be one. Communication, in my perspective, is a key to a lot of things. Being a leader in my everyday life is how I learn communication. I dislike forcing people to be in sync with me. But communication is all about people understanding people. It is normal for people to have conflicting ideas, and this is how communication works. Effective communication doesn't just poof out of nowhere. The key to effective communication is by practicing. As the old saying, practice makes perfect. If you're willing to practice, you can also communicate effectively in a flexible way. Thank you, everyone.